riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in the trench.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New York Jets and the Mexico City Diablos. Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, Wilson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Start on the ground, Hall. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On first and 10, it's Hall. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. On second down, a run with Hall. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off. A pretty decent gain.
5 yards on the play.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And check down complete to Hall. Again, powerful running. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Hall on a give up the middle. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Raymond, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
And all the way down to the 10-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Josh Allen keeping it himself from 10 yards or touchdown against them with one of their own. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From his end zone, Wilson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, Wilson.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Allen.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead is Hall.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Gregory Russo able to bring him down.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that. But I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Allen to throw once more. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And out across midfield down to the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Allen going to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, Do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. James Cook with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Diablos are an extra point away from evening this one up. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Second down, here's an option right. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
The kick by Bass is good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Hank's almost going to give him the QB1s here when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it's Wilson. And he'll find Hall. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, 84 yards. And the Jets are able to move back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Diablos 17.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Again, it's Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's got room. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Part of their strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
There he goes left side. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
they're on 19-yard line.
try to run it out as they start on the ground. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it'll be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
On second down, Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Allen sliding out of the pocket.
Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. A give to Cook out of the gun. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out in this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores. Hope to come back and win this game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down, 2 yards.
They'll give to Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Diablos 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And on now is the punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And the Jets will take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now Wilson. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Allen now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on second down. Allen.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Diablos are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's Bass now to send it away. From his end zone, Wilson. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. A handoff for Hall. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And there will be a break in the action here. They're going to take a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Wilson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Well, obviously, the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play. But the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit, too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. On play action, Allen. Escaping and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
No partner guaranteed. They approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
I give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Gotta have this one. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
178 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw near to a 1,500-yard campaign.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. So the shotgun snap to Allen. They'll dump this off to Cook.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
That's good. First down.
Throwing now is Allen.
Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. To the air, Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. first down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Right back to Cook for another completion. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Allen. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Allen. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
13 yards on the play.
They'll try to run with Edmonds. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway then, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? I guess the simple question, why not just take a neither?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Up there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games, no swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Crossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly